Donnie Blaze, a stage magician, puts on a mediocre show with small-scale pyrotechnics. While she sips her drink, he summons a volunteer named Madison King for another trick. Donnie's final trick involves opening a portal with a sling ring. Wong awakens in Kathmandu to find Madison in his living room. She tells him how Donnie Blaze transported her there, complete with a talking goat, then immediately spoils the episode of The Sopranos in which Adriana gets whacked. Wong is enraged and swears vengeance on Donnie Blaze. Jen sips her coffee and reflects on the previous events while dressed in a large suit designed for She-Hulk. Her father pays her a visit to assist her with security following the attack she suffered in the previous episode. She reminds him that she is the Hulk and that she did not call the cops. She then goes to work after allowing him to set up his security system. She-Hulk creates a dating profile before Nikki draws her attention to a replay of her news interview. Wong interrupts them and explains the situation from his point of view. Donnie Blaze was kicked out of Kamartaj for partying with his power, and he now uses the power he learned to perform in LA. He asks her to assist him in establishing a precedent that no unlicensed individuals practice the mystic arts. Unfortunately, he lacks written documentation, and Jen is unable to assist him legally. Wong, disappointed, leaves Jen a card and then opens a portal. Jen gives the audience a friendly smile. Jen and Nikki discuss her cease and desist letter for Wong at the bar. Jen declines a random guy's offer to buy them drinks. Nikki requests to see Jen's dating profile and begins swiping for her right away. Nikki advises her to create a dating profile as She-Hulk. While Jen dismisses the idea, Nikki continues to experiment with her profile and eventually finds Jen a match. Jen is going over the cease and desist with Wong, Donnie Blaze, and his hype man the next day. They claim that Donnie's performance is not copyrighted, but Jen claims that it is. She serves them with a cease and desist letter before stating that they will meet again in court. Donnie laughs when he sees Jen's dating app notification. Wong performs one last trick before departing. Jen goes on a date with a man who appears to be only interested in having her pay for the drinks. Jen argues Wong's case in court the next day, and Wong teleports Madison to the courtroom. The judge reluctantly allows a clearly inebriated Madison to testify after the latter attempts to appear sober. Jen asks her to recount her performance with Donnie Blaze. She tells the court about her journey through a fire land, where she struck a bargain with a demon named Jake to send her to Wong's place. The defense attorney cites a precedent to argue that Donnie Blaze's magic cannot be copyrighted. Jen responds that the precedent he's referring to only applies to card tricks and certain types of assistant magic. Donnie gets up to perform, and his hype man and lawyer join in before the judge shuts them down. Wong testifies before the judge about the power of the mystic arts. As Madison promotes Wong, the judge agrees to review the motion and will rule in a few weeks. Jen requests a preliminary injunction to prevent the defendant from performing magic, but Donnie responds by summoning a rabbit. She agrees to let him keep working his magic until she makes a decision. Before they leave, Madison begs Wong to take her out for ice cream and promises no more Sopranos spoilers before revealing the episode in which Tony murders Christopher. Jen talks with Nikki about work at Jen's house before realizing it's Friday night when Nikki calls her out for her exact situation. Jen laughs it off before hanging up the phone. She creates a profile as She-Hulk and begins receiving matches in droves. She-Hulk has several bad dates, including one with a fanboy. She-Hulk is impressed by a pediatric oncologist, who suggests they order food to go. Donnie Blaze opens another portal during a performance, but the volunteer refuses to go through it, claiming that her friend became stranded in Pomona. As Donnie closes the portal, he performs a trick in which he summons a white dove into his hand. It lays an egg in the volunteer's hand, which hatches into a demon right away. It quickly grows to the size of a human baby, and Donnie is able to destroy it by opening a portal. Unfortunately, he fails to close the portal, allowing hundreds more demons to attack the theater. Donnie appears in Wong's living room, pleading for assistance. Wong agrees and instructs Donnie to contact Jen. Jen is enjoying her date, who has returned to her home. As her phone vibrates from Donnie's calls, the man continues to impress her. She accidentally spills red wine on the man as a distraction before making a move on him. Wong interrupts her to ask for her help in dealing with the mess Donnie Blaze has created. She is brought to the theater and instructed to assist in the exorcism of the demons while Donnie and his hype man hide. Throughout the episode, She-Hulk laments her bad dates, and when she finally has a good one, it is cut short. She-Hulk asks Donnie again before returning the last demon if he will abide by the cease and desist, and Donnie agrees. She-Hulk returns home and leads the doctor to her room. Jen prepares breakfast for them the next morning as a story about Titania airs on the news. The man becomes uneasy the next morning because he no longer recognizes her as She-Hulk. He abruptly exits. Jen brushes it off, hiding her hurt feelings as she answers the door. A deliveryman claims a package for her, but she recognizes him right away as a process server. He admits and hands Jen Titania's cease and desist letter for using the name She-Hulk, which Titania has trademarked for herself, since Jen never did so.